But if you don't get an abscess, you can develop a cyst, which is a more slow-growing problem that usually develops around the base of the tooth. And what happens is that these cysts they actually eat the bone as they grow. So as these cysts grow in size, and they won't grow to be as big as this cantaloupe, but because they're contained inside the bone, but they will sequester the bone. They will eliminate bone. So if you lose the tooth as a consequence, a periodontal surgeon will have problem placing an implant, and you have to rebuild the bone, and these are very costly problems. So you really want to avoid and go to regular checkups with your doctors.
So that cyst, at that point, do you have to get a root canal? Because, but if you just went in initially and your doctor said, well, you have a cavity, we need to fill it. If you just got it filled right then and there, you avoid the cyst, you avoid the abscess.
And, you know, prevention is in almost anything. It's the rule here. And people always tend to postpone their dentist appointment, and dentists can actually save you a lot of time, a lot of pain, and a lot of problems. Now, if you actually lose a tooth because of a cavity or because of an infection or because of a bad root canal or whatever, you start chewing more on one side of your mouth. And I've seen over the last 15 years, I've seen patients that start developing muscular problems because they're chewing more on one side than on the other. And you've probably seen that. There you go.
TMJ, mesenteric hypertrophy, all that stuff.
And you've probably seen with your patients that, you know, want a facelift or they have problems, and they are chewing badly. They have occlusion problems, which is the way that the teeth fit in together. And these can lead to back problems and cosmetic problems and so many things just because of a simple cavity.
Yeah, and the other thing that we found is pregnant women. They're always asking whether or not they should go to the dentist, and we found that you definitely should during pregnancy. You just have to inform them that you're pregnant. But it can help to prevent preterm labor by preventing cavities and things like that. So it's actually very important for pregnant women to go to the dentist during their pregnancy.
And not just that, because studies show that the bacteria that is responsible for these problems can get in the bloodstream through the gums. And especially pregnant women, their gums are more swollen and more inflamed due to the hormones that are in their systems. And even high-performance athletes, this can affect their performance because it can create inflammation in the joints and stuff like that.
And this is really a lot of new information. I have to confess, when we went to medical school, I didn't go to the dentist once because I didn't have money for it. And at that point in time, we weren't talking about oral health being related to overall health. Now that we know this is the case, if you've been putting off your dental appointment, don't do it any longer. It's never too late. You may have to go in and get some cavities filled, but a cavity is much easier to fill than a root canal, than having to get an entire set of, what is it called, bridges or whatever, where you do all this drilling. You do not want to go to that point.
Dental implants.
And that is costly work. And it's like I say, dental cavities are the most hard-working things I know. They work 365 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Never quit.
And they never quit. They never take vacations. And their sole purpose is to destroy your smile and to destroy your capacity for chewing. And that's where the digestion starts. So health starts with a beautiful smile. And that's why we're here to help people understand.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Miguel, for being here.
Congrats. No, you guys.
Congrats on the show. And
that was just amazing.
Tell everyone in Portugal we said hello.
I will.
How's that sound?
I will. I'm sure you have so many fans back home, and it's just not only the audience, but also doctors are learning to be more human through your work, and it's such a pleasure and honor to be here.
Well, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.